I don't need coffee. Yesterday coffee.
This is my second cup of coffee today. I took one from work before I came.
If I don't eat, I would not eat for yesterday. If I don't eat.
Yeah. It's easy to go through the whole day without eating.
Yeah, if you're busy.
Yeah, if you're busy, it's easy. Because you don't be wanting to stop.
How much pieces are 2 by 4 you have?
2. So as I was going through the footage, I came to the realization that this is really, really boring. The average viewer is not going to find this interesting at all. So I thought, what is the best way to still show the work that me and my dad did and make this somewhat entertaining? And I thought, a voiceover. I'm going to take this moment to talk about my upbringing with my father. And because, I just want to show a little bit of my background a little bit more. So when I was around 6 years old, my mom decided to move to Atlanta. There was a big court process about who am I going to stay with? Am I going to stay with my father in New York, or am I going to stay with my mother in Atlanta? I ended up staying with my mother in Atlanta. So when I turned 6, my mom moved to Atlanta. I moved with her, and then I only started seeing my father on holidays and summer breaks, maybe once or twice a year. I often look at my life and think, how different would it have been if I was raised on my father's side? Would I have been a better handyman? Would I have been more into construction? But then I also think, well, if I, look at all the things that I accomplished on my mother's side. I managed to be I'm a homeowner. I went to the military. I graduated high school. I made a lot of dope friends. The amount of memories and experiences that I have here. I picked up photography. I picked up videography. Would I still have those same interests and passions if I was with my father? I look at both sides of the coin. I feel like there's a lot of pros that I wish that I got from my dad if I was raised by him. I probably would have been better with plumbing, with electrical. There's a lot of things that I have learned from my father by being under him. When I go to him on those summer breaks and those holiday trips, I learn a lot. I experience a lot because I'm always with him when he's doing his work, when he's working on a house, when he's working on a bathroom. I feel like I know a lot more than the average individual because of my father, but compared to my father, I feel like I don't know anything at all. I have a lot of respect for my dad. I look up to my dad a lot. Honestly, between the ages of 5 and 15, me and my father, we didn't really get along a lot. I would find myself doing things that my father liked just so as to have a connection, but it really didn't interest me. And I feel like a lot of the stuff that I was interested in that my father would have never cared for. Like at that, I was into clothing, I was into business literacy, I was into things like Future Business Leaders of America, I was into things like chess. My dad wasn't talking about any of that stuff. My dad was into action, construction, electrical, and it's because of his upbringing. My father's from Trinidad, and when he started working, the easiest way to get his hands on some money was to, let me help you, let me work on your house, let me fix something here, let me do this, let me do that. And he made money he made money the only way he knew how to at the time. And then he grew in his craft. He became a master of his craft. There's nobody that I know that can work harder and better than my father when it comes to construction. He can literally and has built houses from scratch. And I have so much respect for him, and there's so many things that I'm learning and still trying to learn from him as I'm a homeowner now. I see the value and like he's passed down so much, but again, I can never truly be as 100% capable as he is, because it's phenomenal the thing that he can create. But on the flip side of that, still to this day, I see my father working like that, from sun up, from sundown, working with his hands on construction, on electrical, on plumbing, and I talk to him and I realize that he's tired. He's been working like this for his whole life, and he still has to work like this to make ends meet, to barely make it, to still pay his bills. And like, it really, as I grew up in that and seeing how he's working, I kind of feel like it pushed me away from that lifestyle in a sense, because this is not the answer. This is not the way to relax and to enjoy life. If you're great at what you're doing, but this didn't allow you to have that exit plan. Like, there's no retirement in this. There's no benefits in this. so I hear him now thinking about, oh man, I can't keep working like this. I can't keep working like this for the rest of my life. I'm getting older and getting older, and I feel his pain. So and growing up, hearing him talk about, how, oh man, he's getting older and he's at the work like this, even though he enjoys what he's doing, it made me realize that this is not the way out. This is not the way out. And I said to myself, I have to do something different. I have to do something different. I can't follow this path. Not that it's not a great skill, but it's not the end goal that I want. The end goal that I want is time. I want free time. I want to make money passively. I want money to work for me. I don't want to work for money. And I'm seeing my dad constantly trading hours for dollars, constantly putting himself in life-threatening situations, constantly breaking a sweat from sunup, from sundown every single day, making these things, doing these things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as you get older, you need a backup plan. You need a way to relax. So I take all the information that my father could give me, because as a homeowner, I realized there's so many things around the house that I knew my dad could do, and I'm always calling him, asking him, hey man, how do you put up a TV? And I learned how to put up a TV under my father. I learned how to I learned how to change a garbage disposal. I did some electrical work. I've done some plumbing work at my rental house, and these things, like when it's time to do it, I remember, oh man, I remember my dad, he showed me this. I remember my dad, he did this. Like even, doing the tiles with him, seeing the tools, I know I have the knowledge. I know it's capable because I know that I've seen it done before so many times, working hand in hand with my father. But yeah. So as I got older and I started showing him that, hey, I'm into videography, I'm into clothing, I'm into property management, I'm a homeowner. He would say, man, if I was your age and I could go back, I would be a homeowner. I would have done things a little differently. I would have put my money here. I would have invested more. And so now I feel like we have came to an understanding where we're not alike, but he sees the value in what I'm doing, and I definitely see the value in what he's doing. And I feel like we're so connected now. Like we see eye to eye. We see life for what it is. We are literally a team. Like I could call my father for anything. He could call me for anything. And what I would love for him to move to Atlanta. He currently lives in New York, and if you know about New York, it's expensive. It's a very hustle mentality. But like I said, my dad's getting older. I wish he could relax more and enjoy life more. I wish I could be around him more, so I could get some more of the wisdom from him. And because I feel like when we are together, we truly make things possible. His construction mindset, if like even when I'm going to look at these houses and trying to buy them, if he was with me to be able to see things that I don't see, because he sees things from a different eye, because he can see, oh, I can easily fix this, easily put this up, easily do this thing that I can't see. That type of wisdom and knowledge is so valuable. It's so valuable. So I feel like when it comes to the like there's what's the phrase? Knowledge is power, and then power is power. My dad is definitely the power is power statement, and I feel like I'm more of the knowledge is power statement. So when we come together and I'm saying, hey, this is how you buy these houses, I'm talking to him like, yo, if you want to get these houses, you need to credit score, work history, sharing him that knowledge. And he's like, okay. And then he come in, he's looking at the homes, and he's like, okay, this need to be fixed, this need to be fixed, I can fix this, I don't have to pay, you don't have to pay for this is expensive. He knows the quotes. I feel like that is the type of team we come together. When he comes here and he sees the houses, and I tell him the plan is to rent this room out, rent that room out, rent that room out, and then he's talking to me about, okay, if you want to do that, the best way to do it is to break down this wall, put this up. It's like, it's a perfect team. It's a perfect team. And yeah, that's my father. That's my father in a nutshell. Unfortunately, he was only here for 3 days, so he's back in New York now, and he definitely helped me finish this bathroom. He definitely taught me some things. Every time I see him, I'm always learning some things. And yeah. So that is just a brief rundown of me and my father's relationship. I feel like I usually don't talk about my dad, so I wanted to definitely talk about my dad, give him a video, because he's always been there for me, definitely always been there for me. I'm so grateful to have a father like mine, and I'm grateful to have a mother like mine. My mom's in the video too. She came over and just helping out, definitely helping me. If I ever have questions like, hey, I have some great parents. I have some great, my sister's been around, and I'm very grateful for the family that I have. So just definitely wanted to give him his flowers while he has them, because I know I'm gonna look back at this video one day and I just want people to see my father for who he is. He's a great father. He's been so supportive, so helpful. A lot of things I wish I learned from him, and I'm still learning from him. And yeah, that's pretty much that.
I know we drinking, but.
Hi, drinking.
So did you put the old toilet back in, or you using it?
We put one new one. One old one and one new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we changed one. So the new one's in the master room.
Oh, you put the new one in the master.
Yeah.
Where's that?
That's a sappy knee.
I think one of my friends got this the other night here. Dana, this is gasoline. It's melting the ice.
Yeah, but this is more. There's gas so
No, that's it's just help your sore throat. It is give your sore throat.
drink this thing like kiss.
No, something is wrong with you. That is a medicine in
I
Jamaica.
just take that to a clinic. That is a medicine. We even give out.
Hey, Shekinah.
I ain't doing that no more. What's the $50?
Piercing.
That is that expensive.
No, but let me tell you why I always feel like I go to a piercer, especially for these. I don't have the machine to close it. You have to, the captive bead rings, they need a